Good morning. Welcome to day 27. It's a cloudy sky up there, which is nice because I think we go straight uphill out of this place, if I remember correctly. We have a very long walk today. Maybe it's going to be less than 20 kilometers. I don't know, maybe. We took an alternate route last year, so we're going to take the same alternate route so we can show you Mutriku. I'll tell you more in a bit. Yes, the very first thing we've done so far is walk up this hill. And then up these stairs, and up those stairs. We have some more stairs up to that church, and then we got more hill. But the view over here is pretty cool, and actually the view looking back over Zumaia is pretty darn cool too. So we're almost to the top of this hill, still looking down on Zumaia there, and just an interesting fact, though you've probably figured it out, most of the towns we stay in are at sea level, but surrounding us are hills and mountains and all that good stuff. So it seems every day we're walking up a hill, unless we're walking along the coast like we did yesterday. Now later today we're going to be walking along the coast. And that Basque gentleman up ahead, I don't know if you see him, he asked me where I'm stopping today, but I don't speak Basque or Spanish. And I told him Mutriku, and then he told me, well, Mutriku, there's no albergue. It's like, I get that part, but I can't make you understand that the reason I'm going to Mutriku is because I have to go to Mutriku, because that's where I was last year, because Rob wanted to stay along the ocean. I just thought about something the Basque gentleman also told me. He's like, the Camino de Santiago doesn't go to Mutriku. And then I showed him my map, which he probably didn't understand, that said there's two variants, and one goes this way and one goes that way. And then in my head, I'm just thinking, well, the Camino de Santiago goes to Santiago, and I'm walking to Santiago. And I'm thinking to myself, pilgrims would have gone the easiest way possible for them at the time that they walked. So the original pilgrims, and then the pilgrims 500 years later, then the pilgrims 500 years after that, would have had different routes to get there. So I'm still doing my own Camino de Santiago, and I'm going to be staying in Mutriku. Been walking for almost an hour now. Just came over that ridge over there. Just going to show you the view. Still really cloudy out there, but still a nice view. And it helps with the clouds and the temperature, and it's not so hot right now. So sometimes along the way, people put out stuff for you to buy. Here they have cidre, and they have honey, and whatever marigold cream is. Yeah, I'm not really up for cidre right now since I have quite a bit to walk, and I really don't want to carry a bottle of it because you don't really need alcohol right now. You need more water. But it's kind of cool that they do that anyway. Maybe the people that come later in the day will want to pick it up. We're coming up on our first real town today. We're still climbing back up again. And as you can see, the town's up that way, and that's where we're going to go. There's also quite a few businesses around here. No idea what they are, but maybe we'll find out when we get there. I don't know. Now I got to watch out for traffic. Here's the church here in Itziar, and it's old. I don't know if we can go inside or not. Pilgrims hanging out on the ground over there. Just wanted to show you the view, though. Finally at the top, and we're going to go back down into Diba, but it's a pretty neat view. No idea what that is, but it's there. Here's the front of the church, and the door's actually open, so we're going to go check it out. So it's hard to see because it's really dark, but that's a cool pipe organ. There's some lights over here, just lighting up some information, but for the most part, this place is really dark. This little chapel has a little stained glass window in it, but the rest of it, pretty darn dark. This is the second church we've seen with a boat hanging up there. Somebody can tell me what that signifies. So this here does give you a little bit of history and information about the church, if you want to read about it. It says parts of it date back to the 14th century. They can tell by the walled-in windows or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, we're headed up that way. We're making our descent now into Diba, which is about 6 kilometers from Mutriku. We've come across this little Hermitage, I think is what it is. It's old. It's closed. But it's neat. The walk down into Diba is on this lovely rocky road that's going downhill. But it's cool because we got one stone wall on one side and we got one stone wall on the other side. So it's all cool to look at, except it's just really hard to walk. Thank God it's not wet or muddy today, because then it would be really slippery. So here we are continuing down this rocky, steep way down into Diba. I'm just going to give you a view. Pretty neat. So we're headed out of Diba on our way to Mutriku, and we just had a nice talk with Monique, a French woman, and it's her second Camino. And it's been an up and down day, and it's only her second day, so she's been having some problems with the ups and downs. And honestly, I forgot there were so many ups and downs in these first couple of days. If I had, I might have chosen something different to do this year instead of retracing my steps so you could all see it. Anyway, we're heading down that way. We're staying along the ocean. So that's going to be our last shot of Diba as we continue on this twisty-turny, busy little road. I don't remember being this busy, but I don't remember a lot, so. Nice rocks down there. It's a tide out. I wonder if there's tidal pools. Those are cool. Anyway, Mutriku's up that way somewhere, about 6 kilometers. But this is the twisty-turny road. It's kind of narrow, but there's enough room to walk on the other side, so that's where I'm headed. As I was approaching, I thought this was going to be another one of those orientation tables to show us what's out there, but it really doesn't. I mean, there's this wonderful telescope that could show you the view, but I don't see a whole lot except for ocean. So this is pretty cool. We're about halfway there. I don't remember last year if the entire reason I went this way was to stay with the ocean. I want to say it was. I also want to say it was I was trying to avoid the mountains, but we've been climbing steadily uphill, so clearly that didn't work out so well. But this house right here on this point is cool. I wish it was for sale. Someone want to buy it for me? What does that sign say? Does that sign say for sale? No, it doesn't. It says there's an alarm system on the house. This house is literally on the point, overlooking the ocean and overlooking Mutriku, which is over here. I also see a road that goes off into a tunnel over there. I know we're not going off that way tomorrow, but it would be cool to walk through a tunnel. I think I've been calling this Mutriku the whole time when it's Mutriku. Well, that's all right. I still remember the place. You get the idea. They have a nice walking path that comes in here. Check out the view here. And yeah, I like it. There's people out walking. So whatever it was that prompted me to come to this town last year, the weather, the hill, the variant that's on my map, I really didn't have a place to stay because there are no albergues here. So when I got here, it was one of those things, well, okay, now we're going to stay. You think a place that's this big would have a hotel or two. Well, they have a hotel, not two. And luckily, they had a spot. And I've already checked with them again, just to make sure. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been as cool. I wouldn't be able to show you everything. I remember seeing the yellow arrow when I got here, which tells me, no matter what anybody else says, it's a variant. Somebody wouldn't just paint a yellow arrow. There it is, the beautiful hotel, restaurant, Zumaia. And every room has a great view. So hopefully I'll get the same room, but who knows? They only have like 6 of them. So it isn't the exact same room. I stayed in the room next door last time, but still has a great view of the harbor, a great view of Mutriku, yeah, that's it, Mutriku, out the window, and out in the harbor. And it's actually a bigger room. It's actually kind of cool. It's got this crazy chair, got cabinets. I got a mirror, and the bathroom. Yes, huge, big bathroom. Gotta love big bathrooms, even if it's only for one night. And a cool shower. Ooh, and something that will dry my clothes when they're all wet. I love these things.
Mutriku was basically a fishing town for a long time. There's a hotel up there. It's a neat town. Not much is open, but there's a cool building here that I like a lot. And when I walk down to it here, check it out. A little bit about the history of just this building. This is number 10 on whatever it says. The long, I can't read Spanish. Oh, but there's an English part down here. So you can read that. Something about a fire that destroyed the town and a lot of buildings, and something about fishing. Ooh, there's some scales somewhere. I can see where they are. Anyway, just gonna walk around a little bit more, check things out. That's cool. I'm gonna take a picture of that. So they have this big, huge water breakout here, blocking the water, I guess. That's what they do. That's why the water breaks. And it's like 2 kilometers from the town, maybe 1.5 kilometers. but it gives you a great view of the ocean. And over this way, we have the Spanish coastline that goes that way, and then over this way, we have the Spanish coastline that we just came up. And over there, you can actually see the road going to the hill that we walked on today. We've also got all these doors and these windows in this water break. And you can hear a humming. I mean, maybe that's the ocean, I don't know, but I just don't know what all the doors and the windows are for. I think it's huge. As I turned the corner, I saw all these doors with big, well, they're not big, just electrical signs on them. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say maybe they're generating electricity from the ocean? Don't know. I guess it's possible. Anything's possible, right? Somebody tell me if I'm right or wrong. I mean, they'll tell me if I'm wrong anyway. They probably won't tell me if I'm right. That's a nice view right there, though. Wow, I'm going to have to take a picture of that.